blind me like flashlight. You sexy like all night, all night. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like take me home. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like take me home. Take me home, 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 home. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of...
Hi there, I'm Kelsey Abear, the director of Camp ComedySportz. You are about to watch some wonderful improvisers play comedy sports. And guess what? You can be just like them at Camp ComedySportz. You'll learn how to do improv comedy, meet new friends, and play the games that you're about to watch. And if your parents are watching, you'll also learn important life lessons like teamwork, risk-taking, and confidence building. Camp ComedySportz runs online July 12th to 16th. Sign up early and save your parents some money. Go to our website, campcsz.com, to learn more and sign up today. Enjoy the show. Good evening, people of the world! Welcome to ComedySportz Virtually Live. I'll be your announcer tonight. I am Kelsey Abear. But first, give it up for your ref, Dave Janico!
Hey, hello everybody out there on YouTube's watching ComedySportz Virtually Live, streaming into your home on this awesome hot Saturday night here in the city of Philadelphia. Hello everyone, I'm Ref Dave. I'm so glad that you joined us tonight and you're all out there watching us tonight, streaming into your home this completely improvised competitive comedy match. Now, I'm Ref Dave, as I said. I'm actually broadcasting from Philadelphia. And yeah, you just saw on the screen, be sure to subscribe and like, because this is our YouTube channel, and that way you'll get notifications when we do really cool broadcasts and shows on our YouTube channel. Now, as I said, I'm broadcasting live from Philadelphia. I'm in the Italian Market area, and I know Kelsey's here. Hey, Kelsey, how you doing?
Hi!
There you are down there. Hello, Kelsey. Where are you broadcasting from?
I'm broadcasting from Queen Village.
Oh my goodness, that's like 5 blocks away from me. I could probably shout out the window and hear you.
I'll yell.
Yeah, so we also have a chat going right now as well, so we would love if you put in the chat where you're watching from. So go ahead and type in there what city or state or time zone you're watching from. Drop that in the chat so we'll see you in there. And if you're not sure you're in the chat, it's on the side there. Just jump on in. You might have to log into a Gmail account perhaps, but be sure to click the live chat, and that'll keep you current with everything that's happening. And we'll see you as you pop up in the chat, and we'll keep our eyes on that. In fact, there we go. I just saw somebody's coming in from Chicago. Someone named Bruce. I wonder who that is. And there's Daniel from New Hampshire. Hey, Daniel, nice to see you again. It's been a long time. So that's awesome. We'll be talking to people in the chat. Hey there, and there's Kerry from Ballackinwood. All right, but let's get into it. This is ComedySportz. What you're about to see is a match of the two teams from Philadelphia and New Jersey. They're going to be going head-to-head, playing games and scenes for your enjoyment, and at the end your laughs turn into points, and at the end whoever has the most points wins tonight's ComedySportz match. Now, as the referee, I have some important jobs. The first one is to keep an eye on the fouls. There are 562 ComedySportz fouls that can be called at any given time during this match. Let me explain 2 of them. The first one is the brown bag foul. You all say and do the hand gesture with me, please. The Brown bag foul. That foul is called should somebody say something that is offensive to me, the referee. Something I just wouldn't want someone to hear because it's not inclusive or it's naughty or whatever it is. And because Comedy Sports is for everyone, we call this foul. Now, should somebody say something like that, I'll call the foul. And they will take an ordinary brown paper bag and place it over their head for the duration of the game that they are playing. That is the way that we publicly shame them. Also, this is a foul that's called on the fans as well, and that's about the chat. So keep it clean in the chat, or we can't put a bag on your head, but we can boop you out of the chat. So keep that in mind. And that is the first foul, the brown bag foul. The second foul, I can call it any given time, is the groaner foul. Kelsey, give me a hand there and do the groaner foul. Nice. All right, the groaner foul is called, should I hear a joke or a pun so bad it makes you groan in agony? It makes me groan, makes Kelsey groan. There's Kelsey over here, groan. And in fact, to give you an example, how about this? Let's do a little switcheroo. And Kelsey, you give me an example of a joke that would get a groaner foul.
So the other night, I had a dream that I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda, but then I woke up and realized it was just a fantasy.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Oh my goodness. That is definitely a groaner. Fantasy. Oh boy. So I would call a groaner foul on that. And what would have to happen at the end of the game being played is Kelsey would have to come really close to the camera and apologize to the audience, and they would either accept or reject her apology. If they rejected her apology, she'll lose a point. Their team could lose a point. And games are won and lost by these points, so you keep that in mind. If you hear a terrible joke like that, fantasy, then be sure to throw a groan in the chat, or I might groan, and then we'll just call a foul, and we'll see what happens. So that's the second foul, the groaner foul. I'll call the other fouls when we get the games. We require them. Also, from time to time, we need suggestions. We use your suggestions, as I was saying before, to get the games going. So even to get things going right now, how about in the chat? We already typed where we're coming from. Everybody's watching. Let's type in the chat something you ate for dinner tonight. So type that in there, what you ate for dinner tonight. I don't know, was it like a Wawa hamburger? Something like that. You never know. Throw that in the chat. Or how about this? Type in something that you used to do when you were in elementary school, like an activity or a club or a fun thing. Type that into the chat as well. We'll use those later on. And since we're going to be talking about suggestions and getting suggestions from all of you, Kelsey, tell us about the contest.
Oh yes, I'm running a contest tonight for everyone in the chat. So I'm going to call it Suggestion of the Night. I'm going to be reading all of your suggestions all night long, and the one that stands out to me, not the funniest, not the most obscure, just one that I've never seen before that jumps out to my brain, you'll be the winner of Suggestion of the Night and have bragging rights and applause from us that you get to cherish for the whole week long.
That's awesome. All right, so keep in mind that your suggestions will be judged by the very judgmental Kelsey, who was also in the commercial right before the match started. Kelsey, awesome Camp Comedy Sports commercial. Loved it.
Yes,
you filmed that today?
Very exciting. Yeah, I wore the shirt to rep. If you have a child who's going into the 2nd grade through the 9th grade, go to campcsc.com and check us out. It's going to be an awesome, fun virtual week. We had a great time at our virtual camp last year, and we hope we have a lot of fun with a bunch of people this year. So
sounds awesome. Thank you so much for letting us know about that, and I hope people take advantage of that in the upcoming weeks. All right, I'm all warmed up. Kelsey's all warmed up. All of you are all warmed up in the chat. Let's do this. We're going to bring out the players in just a moment, but the way we do that is let's get the chat even more warmed up by doing this. If we were in the theater, we'd be clapping from a volume of 1 to 10. So instead, we're going to use the keyboard, and we'll do this. Start typing ones, just ones. Throw them in the chat, a bunch of ones. Now throw twos in the chat, a bunch of twos. Throw those in. We're going to make our way all the way up to the 0. Go threes. We're doing threes. Throw some threes in the chat. There they go. There they go. Put some fours in. Some fours in the chat. Put some fives. Fives going in the chat. Type some fives. Put the letter L in the chat. Why letter L? Because that's 50, Dave. What do you mean? Roman numerals? Yeah. Okay, go back. Go to 6. Let's do 6s in the chat. All right, go to a 7. 7's in the chat. We'll go to 8, and we'll go to 9, and 0.
give it up for your red team of the night. Tonight, your red team from New Jersey will be a Kristen Finger. It'll will be Stephanie Hofstetter and Captain Chris O'Brien. Now give it up for your Philly Blue team. It will be Fred Siegel. Give him a round of applause. It's Melissa Manji. And all the way from Chicago, Bruce Phillips as your captain. Boo, 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 boo. Give it up for your players of tonight's virtually live match.
All right, I love Bruce, our visiting player from Chicago, donning the Chicago Cubs hat. Nicely done. All right, so those are our players, the blue and the red team. Let's do this. Every time I say these words, I need you in your homes to just scream and yell and make a lot of applause. And the words are as follows. Captain's on the playing screen.
Yeah!
All right, let's see here. We have that. There we go. We have Captain Chris from the red team. Hello, Chris. And we have Captain Fred from the blue team. Give each other a wave, and that'll be the same thing as shaking hands. All right. Let's keep all the comedy above the belt. And we're going to start with the opening round game of Try That On for Size. Now, to figure out which team will go first, let me give you a little bit of a challenge. I see you're both in your, let's see, your home, in your domiciles there. How about the first person to show me something delicious? Something delicious. First person to show me something delicious on the screen. All right, so Fred came up really quick. All right. We're going to have to judge this here, but Fred, can you tell us, what do you have here? What is this?
This is Baby Magic Moisturizing Lotion, Dave.
And why is that delicious?
It fills me with a certain joy when I accidentally get some.
Okay. And Chris, what do you got going there?
Why, I've got Chipotle and lime honey smoked salmon.
Ooh!
Wow. And it looks like it's in packaging that will never, ever break down. That is awesome. I'm sorry, Fred, but I'm going to have to go with the Chipotle salmon because that sounds amazing. All right. So, New Jersey, you guys will initiate in the opening round game of Try That On for Size. I'll explain it to the audience. You go prepare your teams. In the game of Try That On for Size, this is what's going to happen. A player from New Jersey will start doing an activity. We'll get a suggestion from all of you in a moment. And say it's something like painting a fence. They'll start painting a fence and say, I'm painting a fence, try that on for size. The player from the blue team will start doing the same motion, but call it something completely different. Such as, I'm waving up and down this sparkler just in time for July 4th. Try that on for size. Play will go back and forth until a player gets eliminated. Players can be eliminated for hesitating, for stuttering or stumbling, for repeating an activity that's already been said, or for losing control of the English language. Whichever team has the last player on the screen gets 5 points for their team. All right, let's have the first two players to the screen. And let's do this. If I can have Kelsey look into the chat for me and see if you can find one of those activities that somebody did when they were in elementary school.
Oh, yeah, so Jess W. said, chase kids at recess.
Chase kids at recess. Sounds great.
I don't know.
Okay,
She's
so
also
New
a
Jersey, you will go first since you won the salmon toss. So all players, even the players behind the scenes, let me know. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes!
All right, and Chris, initiate.
I'm chasing kids at recess. Try that on for size.
I'm showing my big arms. Try that on for size.
I'm a rock'em sock'em robot. Try that on for size.
I am doing things with rings, linking them. Try that on for size.
Check out my tattoos, man. I got a whole sleeve. Try that on for size.
I sure like cookies. Try that on for size.
I'm sorry, that's a hesitation. That is a hesitation. The cookie thing threw off Chris, but you know what? If I like cookies, I'm doing this too. It's a totally valid cookie move. All right, so Chris is out of here. All right, let's bring the next player up, and it's Kristen.
Hey!
Hello, Kristen from the New Jersey team. How you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Let's get another suggestion from the chat there, Kelsey. How about throw us another activity?
Yeah, Daniel Saletti said, a drama club.
A drama club is awesome and probably something we all participated in. Fred, initiate.
I'm putting on my Cyrano nose. Try that on for size.
Land ho! Try that on for size.
I sure do enjoy my magic silk tube. Try that on for size.
Just playing the trombone? Try that on for size.
Yes.
No, I say no to your yes. That's not an activity. Fred is out of here. Let's get the next player up. It's Melissa Manji. Hello, Melissa.
Hi.
Nice to see you. All right, Melissa, on the screen. That's a cool painting behind you. Look at that.
Thank you. It's Hemingway cover art.
Oh, wow. Very fancy.
I have a dog.
Yeah, I see that.
And a cat.
Those are clearly plants.
Right. Clearly flora. Let's get another suggestion from the chat there, Kelsey.
Let's see. Carrie said Young Astronauts Club.
Wow, the YAC. Love it. All right, Melissa, Young Astronauts Club. Initiate.
Young astronaut. Try that on for size.
Whoops, forgot to put my Barney hat on. Sorry, kids. Try that on for size.
Hey, Mom, is this where the aquarium goes? Try that on for size.
Is it brunch yet? Here's my big floppy hat. Try that on for size.
I brought the salad. Whoops, it's on my head. Try that on for size.
I brought the chili.
That is a clear repetition of putting food on your head. I'm sorry. And I also couldn't get the vision of Barney showing up to the kids' party without the head on.
That was
Those poor children, scarred for life.
I'm sorry.
Kristen is out of here.
Okay.
All right, let's bring up it's Stephanie, and I think Stephanie, you're the last player for New Jersey. Is that correct?
Last player.
Yeah, last
Good
player.
stuff.
So should you fall, 5 points will go to the blue team from Philly. All right, let's get a suggestion, Kelsey, from the chat.
so Juyon said Rotary Club. Y'all are in so many clubs.
Rotary Club. I always thought that had to do with helicopters. All right, so Rotary Club, and we'll have Stephanie initiate. Go.
I'm walking to Rotary Club. Try that on for size.
I'm an angry green giant. I hate vegetables. Try that on for size.
I'm picking weeds. I'm so mad. Try that on for size.
I'm a rock'em sock'em robot.
No, that's a repetition, and you knew it was a repetition. You were so guilty.
I liked it so much.
It was like you like just going. Oh, that was terrible. All right, Melissa is out of here.
Out of here.
That's such a repetition. All right, it's Bruce from Chicago. Oh, now he's got a Blackhawks hat on. Jeez. Oh, we're just gonna have to see every darn Chicago team paraded out in front of us. Great. So it is so cool. Like, so Chicago, Bruce is visiting from Chicago. There's like 30 cities around the country that do comedy sports, and Bruce is in the one from Chicago. How are things going there in Chicago? You guys doing online shows also?
Yeah, we are on. We stream on Twitch. This whole month we're doing Pride shows. In fact, I'm refereeing the 9:30 p.m. So once you're done with this show, you're
full
welcome
night.
to hop on over there.
That's so awesome.
CSZN.
That's awesome. So our audience watching, if you want to watch Bruce ref the ComedySportz Chicago, just go to their webpage. You'll find it. It's very easy to find it, and they're doing their shows. We're doing ours on YouTube. They're doing those on Twitch.
Yep.
Same thing. You can get to it with your computer. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, Bruce. This is the final round, so no pressure. Let's do this. Let's get a suggestion for both of them.
Let's go with Play the Cello from Jets.
Oh, nice. All right, play the cello, and Bruce, that'll be you to initiate. Begin.
I'm playing the cello. Try that on for size.
I'm rubbing my belly. Try that on for size.
I'm shooting an arrow in an awkward way. Try that on for size.
I'm using aerosol deodorant. Try that on for size.
I'm riding the train and poking people next to me to give me more room. Try that on for size.
I, too, would poke somebody that wasn't 6 feet away from me.
Oh, sorry. This is a conversation, not try that on for size. She is out of here. 5 points to the blue team.
That brings our score to the blue team at 5 and the red team at 0. This has been a scoring update from me, Kelsey, your announcer.
Thank you, Kelsey, for self-identifying. We appreciate it. 5 points to the blue team, off to an early lead. And let's do this. Let's get both captains to the playing screen. Right. Things are off to a quick and awesome start. We got Fred. You guys have an early 5 points there, giving these folks a lot of comedy really early on.
It's our pleasure, Dave.
Hey, no worries, Fred. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it back to you, Fred. You have a chance to play a game of your choosing for all the folks. What game would you like to play?
We would like to play near, far, wherever you are.
Okay, prepare your team. I'll prepare the crowd. So for the game of near, far, wherever you are, in the chat, I need you to type me, let's see. This is a place you would go on vacation. Now, don't just say Florida. Do more specifically, like a resort in Florida, or like a canoe rental stand in Florida. Something specific like that. Type that in the chat. And the way this game is played is as follows. All 3 players from Fred's team are going to be playing in a scene, and at any given time, the players can be in one of 3 positions. They can either be very close to the camera, far away from the camera, or off the screen completely. And at no time can any 2 players be doing the same position. If they do, they have to change, right? So, and we'll let them know, because you'll hear us go, ooh, and that'll let them know that 2 people are close, somebody needs to be far away. And that's how the game is played. But let's do this. Let's jump into the chat. Kelsey, give me a suggestion.
So Juyon said a spa in Bali.
Spa in Bali.
That's where I want to
Bali
be.
Spa. All right. A spa in Bali is your suggestion. Players, let's see everybody behind the scenes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And begin.
I just love getting this spritz. Whatever this is, I want it all day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll get you a lot of spritz.
Just so many spritzes. This one smells like papayas, and I
keep the spritzes on a shelf back here. It's only for masseuses.
Oh, okay. Well, I see that you are...
Is this your first time in Bali?
Absolutely my first time in Bali, but I just really want to check out some of those spritzes back there.
I got a lot of papaya spritzes here for you. I'm just going to put them on the table. Go ahead and check them out. See if there's any spritzes you like.
Oh, this spritz is called Spritzy Spritz.
Oh, that's not for you. Spritzy Spritz is a very... Put that back.
I want the goods.
I don't think you can handle Spritzy Spritz, all right?
Honey, I'm back. Honey,
I'm gonna lock this up somewhere safe.
I've been using the Spritzy Spritz, and I gotta tell you, it's changed my life. It's the best stuff.
Honey,
Gotta get the Spritzy Spritz.
honey, I did a thing, and now my eyes. It's in my eyes.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, let me go get the medical kit.
Attention, we are on lockdown! Lockdown, everybody! Somebody has gotten into the Spritzy Spritz!
It hurts! It hurts!
Shutting down the doors! All doors shut!
Help.
Freeze! Everyone stay where you are!
I think I'm in front of that spritz machine again. How many times?
Ma'am, you are a guest here at the Bally Hotel, and you have gone into our personal supply!
Oh, it's there again! Ah!
That serves you right. This was Spritz take. Oh, Gotchi's down. See, come in. Get in here. Get in here.
I understand there's a person here who's had this Spritzy Spritz problem. And I, of course, the doctor from Bali with a very inappropriate accent, have come here to help the lady with
Doctor, it sounds to me like you're from Germany. Yep, he's gone.
And that's time for the game of Near Far Wherever You Are. All right. Okay, everybody at home, be sure to store that one away in your short-term memory. We'll be comparing it with the next game we see, and then you're going to be assigning points to which one you like best. Let's do this. Let's bring both captains to the playing screen.
Woo!
Boom. Here they come.
Get him, Cap.
All right, Fred. Fun Bali scene. Fred, you ever been to Bali? It's a nice place.
I've played basketball-y.
I'm calling it. That's a groaner foul, man. That is a dead-on groaner foul. Listen, Chris, let's step back and let's Fred apologize.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry. I have wronged you with bad comedy. Please. Please accept my apology.
Aw.
That was an extremely sincere apology from Fred. And we're going to do this. Kelsey, we'll look in the chat. We're going to find out if people accept or decline. So type in accept or decline. And while those are coming in, let me ask Chris O'Brien. Chris,
Yes.
what game would you like to play next as Kelsey is collecting those accepts or declines?
We would like to play at the movie.
At the movies, awesome. All right, after you type in accept or decline in the chat, also type in the name of a movie that you once watched a long time ago. We're going to use those and we'll take those names apart. Kelsey, you'll build a new movie name out of one of those.
I
All right,
just
and
wanted you to like me.
let's find out. Did we accept or decline Fred's apology?
It looks like there's an overwhelming accepting of Fred's.
Okay, we accept the apology,
Suck
Fred.
it.
Accept.
Suckers.
Okay, nice to hear that it was sincere. Okay, so the game of At the Movies. And Kelsey, go back to that chat. We're going to need a movie title. Did anything pop in yet?
So it looks like people are still thinking of their movie titles, but I saw some suggestions earlier that I really liked that I didn't.
Here comes a few.
Oh, there are a few coming in? All right. All right. So I'm going to take, someone said, Dana Joy Carducci said one of my favorite movies of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. And then a little bit earlier, someone said, Daniel Stiletti said Alligator Farm. So I'm going to say It's a Wonderful Alligator Farm.
I think that's a brilliant name. I would greenlight that movie in a second.
Oh, yeah.
I would greenlight that immediately. It's a Wonderful Alligator Farm is the name of our movie. We're going to see a movie review show featuring that movie, and here it goes.
I'm telling you, Eleanor, there's more. There's more gators here today than there were yesterday.
That's how nature works, my dear. One day there's a mother and a father, and then the next day there's a baby. There's going to be lots more alligators after tonight's storm, too.
Ooh,
I
the
got
big
it. What, dear?
storm. The big storm is coming tonight. That's right. I don't know if the little baby gator will make it.
Oh my goodness! Would the baby gator make it or not? We're gonna find out this evening on my review show of old movies from the 70s. This particular film is from 1971. What a great year. Now, the thing about this film is the gators were real. Now, the director didn't want to just get some fake automatronic thing like in Jaws, which clearly didn't come out in 71. That wasn't till about 80. But anyway, we'll get to that movie next month. Now, in this next scene, the storm does come, but it doesn't come in the form of rain. It comes in the form of gators. Let's watch.
They're everywhere, Eleanor. They're everywhere. They're all over the farm. Oh, if we lose every gator to this gator storm, we'll lose the whole farm. We've got to catch them.
You'll never catch them all. Get a basket. Just get a basket.
Oh, this is just so unexpected.
Use my basket, please.
You know what else was unexpected? The fact that they had Sissy Spacek playing both roles. Now, they wanted to differentiate it by her wearing glasses as the one character, but not as the other one. Now, again, they didn't use automatronic things, so what they did is, half the time it's just a dummy dubbed with her voice over top, and the other half, it's actually Sissy Spacek. So let's watch this really heart-wrenching scene where she has sort of like a meltdown, Oscar-winning moment with herself.
That's it. That's it. The farm is lost. There will be no coming back from this. Oh.
There was no way we was getting out without my father's baskets. my drawer.
The drawer that has been in the basement? The drawer that I was never allowed to touch?
Take this purse. It's got it all.
Inside, this is the...
I don't want to spoil anything because once you discover what is inside that purse, things do get intense. Now, here's also a fun fact about this movie. Is that the last scene you didn't see coming. You just knew that a gator would be involved, and this gator was a big gator. Let's watch.
My leg!
I got your leg. The gator took your leg.
And that's time for the game of At the Movie. Oh, it's always so sad at the end there. Oh, so sad. Okay, so right now we just saw the game of Near, Far, Wherever You Are, played by the blue team, and we saw the game of At the Movies, played by the red team. In the chat, type blue or red. Do it now. Blue or red, and we're going to add those up to figure out who gets the next 5 points. Hey, I do need to mention this real quick. We'll mention it again maybe near the end, but we're doing all of our matches and shows for free in June. That means the Comedy Sports match tonight and the Comedy Sports match next week and the Trash Puppets shows as well that are going to happen on Fridays. They're all free, but if you do want to give a donation, that's awesome. If you look below our screen, there's a thing that says Show More. You click on the Show More, and you can, give to our Venmo if you want, or you can give to our PayPal if you want. So it's at CSE Philly. So feel free to give us a gift. That'd be very helpful if you did. But I'll just mention that. But let's go to the chat real quick. And Kelsey, what are you seeing?
So it looks like blue had a couple votes, but red came in the winner. And Jean wrote, "It's a raining gators." It's a rain.
All right, that's 5 points to the red New Jersey team, and that ties things up 5-5. All right, it's a tie game right now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the ref challenge right now. I'm going to challenge both teams to the game of objection. So everybody be preparing for that game, and let's do this. Let's get a suggestion in the chat. Let's type this. It's something that you purchased for your home or your apartment maybe about 10 years ago. That's very useful. There you go. That's. I'm just going to throw that out there. So go ahead and type that in the chat, and we'll use one of those as the topic when we see them roll in. We have a little bit of a delay when we see those suggestions, which is why we always chat a little bit after we ask for things. Kelsey, how about your apartment? Do you have anything helpful that you purchased recently?
Well, so I have this Ninja that I got about 10 years ago. It's a blender thing.
Oh, right.
You can make smoothies and sauces. Right now, I've been using it to hold my phone up to watch our match and to read everyone's suggestions on this side too. So, multi-purpose.
I just picture your phone falling into it and being chopped up into tiny little pieces.
It's insane.
Let's go to the chat and find out what the topic is going to be for objection.
So we have from Jean a Belgian waffle maker.
Terrific. Belgian waffle maker will be our suggestion. All right, all players to the screen. This is the game of objection. So this is how it's going to work. I will have, let's see, we'll have somebody from the blue team start. So somebody who knows a little something about Belgian waffles. There's Fred, gave me a wave. So Fred, you'll start, and he'll start speaking on the topic of Belgian waffles or Belgian waffle makers. And at any time, somebody from the other team can object to what he's saying. They'll state their objection. If I sustain that objection, then that other person can start talking. If I overrule it, they don't get to speak, and whoever was speaking keeps on speaking. At the end of exactly 4 minutes, whoever is talking will get 5 points for their team. All right? So Fred, step on forward and take the stage, and all players begin.
My Belgian waffle maker is an Oster brand Belgian waffle maker. I call him Carl. And every Sunday morning, I make breakfast with Carl. First, I plug him in, and I let him sit not near the smoke alarm, because the smoke alarm has been giving us a lot of problems lately. And I mix up the batter using the ShopRite cheapest stuff. Oh, I don't go for the expensive stuff. I go for the cheapest stuff. And furthermore, I have berries. Oh, it's time for berries. Berries are wild. And I pour them in there.
Objection! All berries aren't wild, some have been tamed.
That's correct. I've seen plenty tame berries. Kristen.
Now, I enjoy a Belgian waffle from time to time at different hotel resorts. They have the fancy kind that you get to use a Dixie cup, grab the goopy goop of delightful batter, and pour it in, and then do the flip. That flip is what really makes it special for me. And then it goes bing, and you know...
Objection!
Yes.
The flip isn't what makes it special, it is a common tactic.
Exactly. It's the batter that makes it special. That's the taste. Go, Bruce.
Absolutely. If you are going to make something very special for your breakfast, it is not only the Belgian waffle, but it is also the preparation, the batter, and the accoutrement. That is the French word for other. And the most important thing to be pairing with your Belgian waffle is the sides.
Chris.
I got an email from Carl just now. He wants you to stop using him.
I'm going to sustain that, and just so she can explain what that means.
Carl, the Belgian waffle maker, has decided that he would rather do something else with his life. For instance, he could do paninis with different little holes in them. Do pizza.
Objection!
Fred.
My panini maker, Lawrence, would hate that.
Sustain. Fred, let's hear about that.
Frequently, my appliances argue, but mostly they're friends. Sometimes you should see what the toaster oven says. It opens its little thing. Oh, listen, I'm the toaster oven, and
Objection!
Chris.
I'm so sorry, but I just feel like Fred just spent a little bit too much time on this quarantine with his appliances.
Yeah, we don't need to hear about the anthropomorphized appliances. Kristen, go.
Now, yesterday, I think it was literally yesterday, I watched a YouTube video of a really strange woman who decided to put Starburst inside each square of her Belgian waffle.
Melissa.
That woman was me, and it's worthy.
I'm overruling that. I don't want to hear anything about Starburst in a Belgian waffle maker. Kristen, keep going.
Oh, I should
There's only
stop.
1 minute left.
Okay, well, anyway, just cut to the end of that video. It didn't turn out well for the Starbucks. So, anywho, for us gluten-free...
Objection!
Bruce.
How can something bad happen to a Starburst when burst is in the name?
That's a good point. Sustain.
Sometimes candies give you clues as to what their true destinies are, right? M&Ms are a companion candy. They're meant to go with something.
Stephanie.
This has nothing to do with Belgian waffle making.
Let's get back on the Belgian waffles.
I know in Chicago they like to talk about their accoutrements and their M&Ms and their candy, but I
And
want
it's
to talk
time!
5 points to the red team. That brings our score for 10 red, 5 blue. This announcement is brought to you by Waffles. Yum.
They got to get a new slogan. You know, I think it's a little too all-encompassing.
Too broad.
You know? Yeah, and I think Yum Yum Donuts took it before that. But awesome. 5 to 10. It's a 10-point lead with the red New Jersey team. So let's bring captains to the playing screen. All right, Captain Chris, Captain Fred. Captain Chris, you guys just pulled into an early lead, so I'm going to let you all choose another game to play for the fans out there. What game will that be?
We would like to play Quick Change.
Oh, so much fun. Prepare your team. Do this. Kelsey, can you jump back into the chat from before and just grab a suggestion of a location?
A
for us
location,
from,
sure.
You can roll on back. Is that possible?
Yes, I can. So, actually, I think I wrote one down. Julian said Seattle, Washington. Did we use that already? I don't think so.
I don't think we did. Seattle, Washington. All right, cool. And I'm sure the players will make it more specific from there. So thank you so much.
I work at Starbucks sometimes, and there's lots of Starbucks in Seattle, Washington.
There's like 8.5 million of them. Yeah. All right. Starbucks in Seattle, Washington. Love it. So players, here's the game of quick change. What's going to happen is players are going to play out a scene, and from time to time, I'm going to be in a little box, just kind of like Kelsey is right down here, and I'm going to yell, change, from time to time. And when I do, they'll have to change the last thing that they had said into something completely different and work it into the scene. All right? Let's get all the players on the screen, and here's the game of quick change. Begin.
Ooh. Oh my God, it is something else out there, I'll tell you.
Oh, it is rough out on the water. I got a big one I'm reeling in though. Keep
Did
that
ya?
umbrella up, hon. Still raining.
Oh, keep it up. Listen, I just stopped at the Starbucks and they were all out of Frappuccinos. The machine wasn't working, sweetheart.
Oh, did you go to the one down on the pier?
No, I went to the one right next to that.
Okay.
But I did check the one across the street from that one, and they said that they would have it around 5 o'clock. So
Change.
there was a man in there that looked like your father, your dead one.
Pappy? Pappy was in Starbucks?
It looked like him. I swear to you, Denise. I swear. I do want to tell you, though, I approached him.
This Pappy in this photograph, that's who you saw?
That's the one. He's not dead, Denise. So I brought him here today.
Does he have...
Come on in, Pappy.
Baby, where's my baby Denise?
Oh, hey there, Poppy.
Change.
Oh, give your long lost Pappy a hug.
Are you insane? You said you were dead. I got a letter.
Well, now, in my defense,
Change.
yeah, so everybody does that.
Change.
I feel like it hurt you. Mend.
Don't be wandering off there, miss. Couldn't find a Frappuccino, but found my dad instead.
Sorry, Denise. All right, I can't keep lying to her, Pappy. I've known he's been alive this entire time, and he's been working at the Starbucks at the pier.
How dare you?
Change.
Oh, all right. I mean, as long as you know.
Change.
I am packing up my galoshes and my raincoat, and I'm out of here.
Actually, that's not your raincoat. That officially is Pappy's, but you took it because we thought he was dead.
I kind of like it back now.
There.
Oh, you got a stain on it. That hurt.
Change.
Well, you stretched it out.
And that's time for the game of quick change.
Kristen's
Oh,
so sweet with that umbrella.
Lovely family drama on the Yeah. All right, so everybody at home, store that one away in your short-term memory. We'll be comparing it to the one that Fred's team plays. Let's bring the captains back to the screen. Fred, what game would you like to play now for the fans?
Dave, we'd like to play Advice Panel, Dave.
Okay, Fred, you're freaking me out with your sincerity right now. I don't know why, but I can't handle that much intensity and direct eye contact, Fred. I hope you should know that. All right, so the game of Advice Panel. Right now in the chat, everyone who's watching, in the chat, type in a question that you need advice on. So something like, hey, how do I get along better with my neighbors? Or what's a good gift for Father's Day? Or, how do I plant tomatoes? I don't know. Throw questions in the chat that you need answers to, because we're going to have an advice panel of experts who can answer all your questions. And here we go with the advice panel. All right, and here are our panelists here. We have our three panelists, panelist number 1, panelist number 2, and panelist number 3. So before we jump into the questions there, why don't we do this and let's meet our panelists. So panelist number 1, what is your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Richie Moneybags, and boy, I just mostly count my money.
Okay. Mr. Moneybags, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today. Panelist number 2.
Hi, I'm your Zoom app. I've been here a while and I'm tired.
All right. Wow, we've all gotten to know you pretty well. Hello, Zoom app. And finally, panelist number 3.
Frank Winterbear, coming to you from my bunker at an undisclosed location. I am a wilderness survivalist / preppist / conspiracy absolutist.
And is it Quinterbear? Is that the last name?
Winterbear, as in winter is coming, bear is in the animal.
Thank you, Mr. Winterbear, and thank you for being prepared. Well, let's just go right to the questions in the chat. This is a good one from Dana. There. She says, "How do I tell my roommate she smells?" It's a question about body odor and a roommate. Let's go first to Mr. Rich Moneybags.
It's Richie Moneybags here, and I've had quite a lot of experience, and I think the thing to do is simply fire the roommate. Pay a little money, get another one. Bam! There's lots of money. Bam! There's money
solves everything. Wow.
Bam! There's more money. Bam! We keep...
Lots of money there, Moneybags. All right, let's go to panelist. My Zoom app. Any advice on that?
You could send out an invite link, and or you could just give me a break. I don't know. I was supposed to be on vacation a year and a half ago, and good Lord, I've had a lot of updates.
Yeah.
So
I guess the smell doesn't necessarily come through too much on your app there, does it?
Yet.
And let's go to Mr. Winterbear.
In the future, water will be scarce, and the ability to keep yourself clean and free from bodily odors will be difficult. My recommendation, whittle a small plug out of a turnip and shove it in your nose cavities. That way, all you smell is turnip.
Brilliant thought. And of course, if that doesn't happen, I'm sure something will turn up. Let's see here.
Oh.
Well, I don't get fails. Here's one. What do you call someone from NH or M? What? Well, let me see if I can figure this out. What do you call someone from NH or MA? I'm going to just throw that question and see what you guys make of that. So, what do you call someone from NH or MA? Panelist number 2?
It's just code to me, so all I heard was C.4 Massachusetts, Boston.
Sounds like computer code. Let's go there to Mr. Winterbear.
NH stands for New Heaven, which is the place that is inside the vaccination quarantine zone. MA stands for Missing Androids, because in the future, we'll all have robots, but they will come out and rise against us and find their own way out of here.
Makes a lot of sense. Let's go to a new question here for panelist number 1. How do I put ice cream in a cone the way they do at the ice cream shop? Oh, yeah.
First thing you do is buy an ice cream shop. You see, they get money, and there's more money. And there's a lot of money in the ice cream. I'm Richie Moneybags.
Okay, let's move on to the next one here. This is for panelist number 2. Who commanded the Enterprise better? Oh, this is a Star Trek question. Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, or Captain Archer? Huh.
I am going to answer that with a filter.
And that's time for the game of Advice Battle. Filters are always the answer on Zoom, aren't they? Oh my goodness. Okay, so right now we saw the game of Advice Panel and we saw the game of Quick Change. So if you like Quick Change, type red. If you like the Advice Panel, type blue. Do it now. Put it in the chat. Oh my goodness. I gotta ask, so Bruce, you have is that a World War II gas mask?
Yeah, like we all got. Just it's come from my standard kit.
Did you buy that before the pandemic or did you have it after the pandemic?
I bought that before the pandemic, ref.
Okay, so I think
that's just a thing I got.
A little peekaboo inside of Bruce's mind there. Okay,
That's scary.
I would be very afraid to ask you to pan that camera around right now, so we're just gonna leave it. Just
all right, everyone, hide.
Okay, let's go to Kelsey. Kelsey, what does the voting look like?
All right, so this one was really close, but there are more votes for blue. That will bring our score to a tie. 10 for the blue team, 10 for the red team.
Okay, it's 10 all, 10 to 10. And we are heading now into our last chance game of the night, and it's all tied up. And we could have basically just shown up right now and just played the last game. Nothing matters. Nothing matters from before. It could be 100 to 100 right now, and it wouldn't matter.
Can it be? Can we make it 100 to 100, Dave?
Woohoo!
Wait, let's keep it. Oh, there it is.
100 to 100. Okay, so this final game is worth 7. No, this final game, each joke. We're going to be playing the game. Let me explain this first. We're going to be playing the game of Bad Movie. So what that means is the players will be telling jokes in the following format. I saw a movie about blank that was so bad.
How bad was it?
And then the players will respond with a punchline. So if the suggestion was something like bananas, they would say, I saw a movie about bananas that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I split.
Oh.
This is a Groner style game, so we're going to suspend that Groner foul. So if this is a good Groner joke or just a good regular joke, it'll get, and we're going to do this, Kelsey, each one of these jokes is worth 5 points.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yes.
I have to do the math after.
5 points per joke. 5 points per joke. You're going to tally them up, and we'll see who wins the game. But let's do this. Let's start throwing in the chat suggestions. How about things that like you would find at a Walmart or at a Target or at a grocery store? Any of those 3 places, type that in the chat, one of those things, and those will be our suggestions we use in this game. Let's bring all the players to the screen. Okay, and this is our final game of the night. Kelsey's going to be keeping track of all those points. And let's jump into the chat. And Kelsey, give me a suggestion of anything.
What's that? Jean said manatees.
Manatees? Okay, terrific. That will be our first. That will be our first one. All players, are you ready?
Yes.
And begin. Kristen.
I saw a movie about manatees that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Well, it moved super slow. Like the plot was super slow.
Points. Bruce.
I saw a movie about manatees that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I had a sea cow.
Oh.
Points blue. Stephanie.
I saw a movie about manatees that was so bad.
How bad was it?
It extinct.
I'll give points, but they're not extinct. All right, let's get a new suggestion.
right.
New suggestion, Kelsey.
Let's see.
Oh, and hang on a second. Bruce has got one. Bruce, go.
I really do. I saw a movie about manatees that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Believe me, it was too long.
I'm assuming that's a good joke.
It's another manatee. It's another type of manatee.
Okay, so 5 points to the marine biologist. All right, so let's get a new suggestion.
Dana said bubbles.
Bubbles is our suggestion. Go. Yeah, Fred, go.
I saw a movie about bubbles. I saw a movie about bubbles that was so bad,
How bad was it?
I just popped right out of there.
Points blue. Chris.
I saw a movie about bubbles that was so bad,
How bad was it?
it just made my mind wander.
Points, Fred.
Oh.
Stephanie.
I saw a movie about bubbles that was so bad.
How bad was it?
It really power puffed me up.
Points, red. Blue. Melissa, go.
A movie about bubbles that was so bad.
How bad was it?
Just really just bathing itself in its own plot.
Points, blue. Let's get a new topic. Actually, I see one in there. I want to use shrimp. Let's because Gary wrote shrimp is my suggestion. So I have to take that. So shrimp and go, Chris.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw a movie about Gary Shrimp that was so bad.
How bad was it?
It was such a crustacean.
Points, red. Chris O'Brien.
I saw a movie about shrimp that was so bad,
How bad was it?
it was a colossal failure.
Oh.
Points, red. Bruce.
I saw a movie about shrimp that was so bad.
How bad was it?
I couldn't even stick around for the tail.
Oh!
Points blue. Fred.
I saw a movie about shrimp that was so bad,
How bad was it?
I was fried.
Oh,
Points blue. New topic. Kelsey, get us a new topic.
someone said, hot sauce is my humbly submitted suggestion.
Hot sauce, go. Chris.
I saw a movie about hot sauce that was so bad,
How bad was it?
I left on fire.
Points red. Fred.
I saw a movie about hot sauce that was so bad,
How bad was it?
I had Tabasco.
Tabasco, I got it. Oh, yeah, points blue. Melissa.
I saw a movie about hot sauce that was really poorly directed.
How poorly directed was it?
It was by this guy named Frank, and he's like had his name everywhere.
I hear he's red hot now, though. All right, points blue. Bruce.
I saw a movie about hot sauce that was so bad,
How bad was it?
I had to Chipotle leave.
And that's time for the game of bad movie.
Ooh. I didn't know we could use branding. I have a Qdoba joke then.
Okay.
I'll say it.
Save it for next Saturday. All right.
Look
right
up
now,
a dugong. It's a very good joke.
Right now, Kelsey is tallying up all those jokes and figuring out how to multiply by 5 and tallying all that up together. But Don, if you can give me a close screen real quick, I just want to say this really quick to everybody out there watching. You know, as you know, we've been streaming Comedy Sports matches online now since last April. We've been online all this time, bringing comedy and bringing people together and making people laugh through the internet. And you know what? We've been so happy we've been able to make everybody laugh and share this community with everybody, even though we've not been able to be together. And as we said, we're not charging for these shows, but if you are able to make a gift, if you look below, there's our Venmo address, as well as there's a PayPal link if you click on the show more. And feel free to give us a donation. It'll help us open our theater in a more safe fashion in September when we do open and start bringing in people in person, which we cannot wait to do. So feel free, give us $5, $10, $500, whatever you can afford. And we thank you so much for watching. And if you can't afford anything, thank you for your laughter. We just appreciate you being here so much. All right, Don, bring us all back. And let's do this first. Kelsey, can you tell us who won Suggestion of the Night?
Yes, so there were so many great suggestions throughout the night. Do y'all remember Seattle from Julian?
Yeah.
That's a
Who could
good one.
forget?
Do you remember Young Astronauts Club from Gary?
Loved it. That one was out of here.
So fun, but neither of those won. No, I'm from Louisiana, and I live in the swamps normally, so it went to Alligator Farm from Daniel.
Right.
Dude.
Good job. Alligator Farm, which Kelsey just refers to as Outback. Right, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're about to find out. Congratulations, Daniel. Good job. And you're our Suggestor of the Week. Title you can parade around with, get a sash made up like mayor and just wander around your town for a whole week. Okay, we're going to find out who won tonight's match. Hey, I do want to say really quick, Bruce, thanks for joining us.
Woo!
Thank you so much for having me. It was super
Yay.
Awesome, and I definitely tell our audiences, be sure to watch Bruce tonight at the ComedySportz Chicago Twitch and the upcoming weeks, because they'll be doing shows there every weekend, so go check that out. All right, let's do this. Big drum roll on the bottoms of our screens. And Kelsey, what the heck happened?
So it was pretty tight, Dave. People were throwing jokes back and forth. The red team knocked it out of the park with 7 good jokes, which brought their score to 135. Could the blue team do it? They came in with 9 good jokes, bringing their score to 145, and the blue team takes it.
All right, blue team is victorious tonight with 145 points, possibly the highest score we've ever seen here on the great screen of ComedySportz. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.
Thank you for watching ComedySportz virtually live tonight. Give it up for your red team, Kristen Finger, Stephanie Hofstetter, and Captain Chris O'Brien. And now give it up for the winning team of the night, the blue team. We've got Fred Siegel, Melissa Manji, and Bruce Phillips from Chicago. Big round of applause for your ref, Dave Jadico. I'm Kelsey Abear from Louisiana, the Alligator Farms. Thank you and good night.